think that my film challenges and develops forms and conventions of real media products. Firstly, the title of my film, which is the most obvious convention, does not challenge the form of other movies of the action/thriller genre, as it is a short and sharp title, and the actual title of my film, which is called Gone, also sticks to the conventions of real media products, as it clearly indicates to the audience what the film is about, like the film Taken starring Liam Neeson. Secondly, when researching locations of other films in the action/thriller genre, I discovered that they were mostly abandoned buildings. Therefore, I think my film develops this convention, as even though the actual location is a bedroom, and it is made to look neglected, as though the character doesn't live the best quality of life. Also, the props in my film don't challenge forms of convention of real media products, as they are what you would expect to see in an action/thriller movie. For example, the maps with pictures of victims on the wall and the gun wrapped in rugged material. In addition to this, I don't think that the costume challenges conventions either, as it had inspiration from the film The Road for the green coloured coat, and also from the movie Taken for the characters to wear jeans, both of which movies are under the action/thriller genre. Regarding camera work, I used a range of shots like close-ups, extreme close-ups, medium close-ups, over-the-shoulder shots, and panning shots using a dolly. I don't think this challenges conventions of real media products, as when researching movies of the same or similar genre, I discovered that the main shots used were from medium close-ups to extreme close-ups, for example in the opening sequence of Seven. However, I think that some aspects of my camera work develop forms of real media products, as I wanted the shots to look a bit shaky to convey a sense of mystery and panic to my opening sequence. For editing, I slowed down some of the clips to emphasise critical events, for example when my main character looks up from the sink into the mirror to reveal his identity. Due to the fact that the audience has only seen his hands before this moment, I think that the slow motion effects makes the sequence more poignant. In addition, I think that the editing of my titles develop forms of real media products, as when editing my titles I use a blur effect so that specific titles would fit with the blur effect of the certain clip that it was on, and I also use the tracker effect on After Effects so that even though the clip was moving, the title will stay in the same place, like when you see Malcolm White on the red string at the beginning of the opening sequence. Personally, this effect was a challenge to use and to understand, however I am pleased with the result and will definitely use this again. Also, I think that my title font and style would be what you would expect to see in an action/thriller movie, due to the simplicity of the font and also its crispness. After researching titles from the same genre, I decided to use the colour white, as I discovered that many titles were a similar colour in order for them to stand out, like in the opening sequence of Seven. Also, I like the sharpness that the colour brings to the titles, as the colour works really well when I use the blur effect on them. I think that my film opening conveys the action/thriller genre with help from the props which you would expect to see in a movie of this genre, and also from the mystery of the character's identity. Also, I think that my sound portrays the genre really well, as it helps to create a narrative for the audience and also sets up context which work really well with the props. And in the beginning of the movie Zero Dark 30 there is also a section, but it's just completely blacked out, and it's of audio clips of 9/11, which sets up the context for the film like my opening sequence does for mine.